Howdy who, it's your boy Fish, and I'm back at it again. It's been a while since I posted. You know, I have a very shitty upload schedule. As you guys can see in the title, Leviathan versus Starbreaker. I'll be going into details of which class is better, what makes it better, and don't forget to like and subscribe. It gives me the motivation to post, and I don't usually post. But now, let's get started. Starting off with my personal favorite, Leviathan. Now, what makes Leviathan this good, in my opinion, is it's fast. It's really easy to use, it's fast, and it has a lot of AoE attacks. And the cooldowns are very short. Whenever you're using this class, you get buffs just by using this combo of E, R, and F. And the buff is Sea Bubble. It gives you 25% reduced, you do more damage, 25%, and reduce damage by 30%. You also get healing from killing mobs. So you already get a passive Vampiric or Feline Fury Pro from this class, which makes it automatically good. Now, another thing about this class that makes it extremely OP is it's very good at proccing status effect. Hence, why we're going to be using the spear from now on. And after testing every spear in the game, critical hit, crit strike, whatever you think it is, I tried it all, and this is by far the best. Frost chance, burn chance, Vampiric. Now, most of you will be like, why you're not using poison? Well, poison is garbage, to be honest with you. Poison is more for PvP. Now, the status effect poison, what it does, it essentially makes players unable to heal or passive heal from pets or from regeneration. And it only works at players, obviously, since mobs don't even heal in this game. And it does only 2% damage per tick. However, Frost Champs give you something called Super Frost status effect that slows mobs by 70% and as well does 4% damage. 3% damage per tick. On the other hand, Burn Chance is 4.5, so that's pretty high damage by itself, and Vampiric being 6%. Now, another thing about this class that most people don't know, it has its own passive status effect called Drenched. Whenever you use this combo right here and you use the F ability, there's a status effect called Drenched, and what it does essentially is it does the same damage as Burn, which is 4.5, but it also slows down mobs. When you combine that slowness with Frost Chance, well, not even any mob can be able to move. That makes it very OP. Now, when using this class, you will have to be using tanky armor. Tanky armor because it makes you tanky. This class is unfortunately not as tanky as Dragoon or any other class in the game. It's not tanky. It's pretty weak. That's why you would use a tanky build instead of a damage build. As for pet, you would definitely be using Broken Heart. If you watch my last video about Stormcaller, Broken Heart is by far the best pet in the game. No argument about it. It is the best. 70% cooldown reduction is a lot. When you combine this with Leviathan that already has low cooldowns on it, you will get something like this. ER and F for the buff, and then just keep spamming the E and R and dash backwards, and this is all you gotta do to kill any mob in front of you, or any boss. And as you guys can see, the status effect are lasting very long, 12 seconds for burn, 7 seconds, and drenched as well. That's a lot of damage. Now, when doing, what would be you using this class for? Now, in my opinion, it's the best for nightmares and events. Whoa. I know, events, gonna be like, wow, isn't Hunter best for events? Well, that was the case. Now, I have the best bow for Hunter, Frost Chance, Poison, and Vampiric. And based off my experiment, it doesn't proc status effect as much because they have singular hits of M1s. And another thing is, the E ability is an 8 seconds cooldown. So it's not necessarily the best. However, on the other hand, Leviathan has so many hits. Each one of those serpents that you see, guys, is its own hit that does its own separate damage. And you can guys imagine the proccing on this. It's extremely OP. Leviathan will be your go-to if you're trying to do nightmare dungeons or you're just trying to be solo player. Leviathan is your go-to, and that's why I always use him. Let's go into the big boy stuff. Starbreaker. Now, Starbreaker is by far the highest damage in the whole game. It does the highest damage class in the whole game. By far. By miles. This class is extremely OP. Now, what makes this class as OP is the M1s itself. As you guys can see, the M1s is very fast when you use this glitch that comes in as a passive. It was already going to be patched, but they thought, maybe not, let's not patch it, because it's not that bad either. So what you're going to do is M1 then dash forward, and just keep spamming your M1s, and as you see, Oh well, damage just keep rocking up 100,000, 100,000, it just keeps going up. Now this class, as you guys can see, it relies on its M1s. Now the F ability, the X ability right here, the Fusion Fall, you wouldn't really use it at all. It's garbage, I'm gonna be honest with you. It does less damage than your regular M1s because your regular M1s are way faster. Now, how to use this class is essentially you're gonna have to be using the Nova ability. Nova ability, whenever you hit the last hit on the E ability right here, it gives you this one hit again that makes you charge your Starforge. Whenever using this class, you must by all means charge for Starforge. Why? Starforge gives you insane buffs on this class, especially on M1s. So whenever you use Starforge, just to guys let you see, Starforge by itself gives you range damage. See the range damage right here on the M1s. But the range damage and the M1s itself are two separate attacks. So when you combine these two into one hit, well, you can see the numbers keep going up and up. Now, how do you use this class most efficiently? Now, most efficiently, you wouldn't be using tanky armor unless you're in a desperate situation. However, you would be using glass armor. Yep, glass armor. Because the glass is very, very tanky in the first place. You wouldn't necessarily need any tanky armor. Now, what about the pet? You would use Snowstorm for the damage buff. Now, when you combine all of this and also as well use Ferocious Crit and Attack, you get extremely high damage. You would have also another one that's Vampiric for healing. Now, what makes classes with dual wielding extremely good is because you can switch between perks easily. When you press number 2, I now have Vampiric, and I use my R ability, which is going to be using this is the ability you're going to be using most to heal. As you guys can see, it does have a lot of hits, and it hits multiple enemies at the same time. So you get proc of Vampiric, and you can heal a lot faster. That's why this class doesn't necessarily need a tanky armor, because healing is easy on it. As for the E ability, whenever you use it, you're going to have to make sure you land the last hit so you can get Starforge. Now, just to show you a showcase of the damage so far, let's use the F ability right here and then combine it with Snowstorm, which will make you do a lot of damage. 400k, you're doing millions of damage in seconds. Keep in mind, this is without the Ferocious Puff. If you use the Ferocious Buff on this class, you will be doing insane amount of damage. Now, what would make you use this class is because it kills bosses extremely fast. So when you're doing Infinite Towers, this class, with no joke, can kill any boss at floor 400 in a mere seconds. 30 seconds exactly. That's if you manage to outlive it. You do 30 seconds of damage and anything will get melted in front of you. That's what makes this class extremely OP. Now, as you guys can see, the argument will be, then why would I use Leviathan or why would I use Starbreaker? In short, you would use in different situations. Starbreaker is more of a team thing. Like I said, you have to get close to NPCs to kill them. And the E ability and R ability are not that good. What makes this class good is the F ability and the M1s, and that's all it. Sad thing about this class is, it does too much damage that sometimes you can't even land the last hit on Nova because it kills the NPC too fast. As you guys can see, when you don't land the last hit on Nova, you don't get the second move of Nova, or the second version of Nova, that does a little explosion and charge up the Starforge. Now, as you guys can see, this is all about the video right now. You get your own judgment on each class. If you have any questions, you can put in the comments. Another thing is, I have my own guild if you guys would like to join. Just DM my Discord server, Discord user, which is AQLord. DM me, I'll invite you, and please be active. And that's it. And your boy Fish will be gone for probably a few months unless you guys like this video. I'll give you the motivation to come back. You guys have a good one, and God bless you. I'll see you on the next one.